Most people in our country still do not have health insurance. Not having health insurance can actually cause a death. I know that could be hard to believe. That is what actually happened in my son's case. He was in a car accident and was taken to a hospital for chest pains. He was informed that he had a fractured rib. He was told that it could take a couple weeks to months to heal. We asked if it could be a heart problem. They told us no, that there was nothing wrong with his heart. We asked, were they sure, because he had family history of it, and they told us no. We mentioned something about that when he was younger, that he had a heart condition, and they told us it had nothing to do with it, that the pains were coming from the broken rib. So they ruled that out, and his symptoms were that he had shortness of breath, dizziness, chest pains, high blood pressure. Then they told us that he had cirrhosis of the liver or hepatitis C, and they ruled out hepatitis C and said that he had must have cirrhosis of the liver because his liver enzymes were very high. First they told us it was from the car accident, and then they said it wasn't, that he must have had cirrhosis of the liver. So Jason was discharged that night with a broken rib and supposedly cirrhosis of the liver. Weeks went by and Jason was still not feeling that well. He was still getting the chest pains. He assumed it was from the broken rib. He was still getting dizzy and stuff, but he assumed that was from his supposedly cirrhosis of the liver. So he kept on feeling bad. He wasn't sure what was really going on, and his condition continued. And then one night Jason went out jogging and running, and the next day he had a massive heart attack. And when we spoke to the coroner, they told us that Jason did not have cirrhosis of the liver, that he probably damaged his liver in the car accident, but by the time his death, his liver was healed and he never had cirrhosis of the liver. And then he told us that when Jason was in the car accident, he had heart disease, and that there were many signs indicating that. And then we spoke to a cardiologist, and they told us that if Jason just had 2 tests taken in the ER, that they would have realized that Jason had heart disease, and that they would have been able to give him a bypass, and he could have been saved that night. That he died later on, months later, because he didn't know that he had heart disease. He had no idea. But if the ER doctor did not mislead us, they could have taken just 2 simple tests, and that was a cholesterol test and a stress test, and it would have indicated that Jason had heart disease, and then they would have gave us a bypass. So because of Jason being misled by the doctor, and the doctor not taking extra tests, Jason is dead today. Some people believe it's because Jason didn't have insurance, and that's why the doctor did not want to take extra tests. I'm not sure if that was the case, but I want people to realize that doctors do make mistakes, and that they're not always right, and Jason's death is the proof of that, because the doctor did mislead us and told us he had something when he didn't. So I want everybody to be aware that mistakes like this can happen, and I want to put awareness out to everybody that heart disease is the #1 killer in our country, and that everybody should take chest pains very seriously. If Jason knew he had a heart problem, I think he wouldn't have went running that night. So please, go and tell everybody and spread the word of awareness of heart disease, and make sure that when you are told something from a doctor that you get it from test. Thank you. Bye.